alien? Yeah, I'm feeling alright actually. Thanks. I think what it was the other night was sort of a lack of sleep, plus I'd eaten something that made me feel a bit. But yesterday, in the afternoon, my dad came by to drop off some pom-poms, little crochet pom-poms, for that my stepmom had made for Lucy to put into this big rainbow display she's making for work for the window. And she's made a load of them, but obviously every little helps, and my stepmom's going, I'll make you some. So he was dropping some off, and I had some parcels to take to the post office, so I went, do you mind dropping me off at the post office? And he was like, fair enough, so mask on, post office. And after I've been to the post office, I popped to the supermarket, picked up a few things, and then I picked a route home that, like, no one ever goes down. So I went, I took my mask off for 5 minutes along this route, didn't see a soul, and as weird as it sounds, the fresh air kind of made me feel a lot better. As soon as I got back to near a main road, I was like, mask on, mother trucker. I know you don't have to wear them when you're walking around. As weird as it sounds, I feel like I'm kind of setting an example in my area because people around here still aren't freaking wearing them. Oh, Swab, thank you for the host. I really need to get that command thing to show up above everything else on the screen because it disappears behind the... There we go. It disappears behind everything. Thank you for the host. Evening, says your dad. Hello. Hi guys, how are we doing? Football Jokers here. Swad, we've got you on stream for a bit. How you diddling, Squire? How you feeling? You alright? You good? Have you been in the midst of the move? Oh, there's a beautiful lady outside. Oh, she's turned into a pterodactyl. Thank you for the host, Ian. The beautiful lady's become a pterodactyl. Caw. I think we've already determined that caw and tucky don't work. Yeah. And if anyone can guess that reference, I will show you the severed head of Brie Larson. What? It's right here next to the desk. Yeah. I didn't murder her, it's just a spare head. There you go. Ooh. Your thing got cancelled so you can watch the ending. Huzzah! What thing? I hope everything's alright. Everything. Because every little thing is gonna be a thing. How are we? Talk to me, folks. I want to know how you're all doing in your mind hole. Host's help, of course. Thank you so much for that, Ian. Thank you, Swad. One of the most underrated drink, strawberry Ribena. I don't know. We don't hate Ribena. I wouldn't say we hate Ribena, but we definitely prefer Vimto in this household, don't we? Boo? Would you say we're a more pro Vimto household than Ribena? That being said, Lucy is currently drinking a lot of Robinson's Peach Barley. Because she likes to drink things that sound like old people food. Can you think of a more old person name for a drink than Robinson's Peach Barley? I suppose Robinson's Dandelion and Burdock would probably also sound quite like an old person food. Drink. What? Your cricket game got rained off. I'm glad you got some rain. There's some good news there, I guess. Brie Larsonson. Strawberry Ribena certainly isn't a bad choice, but Vimto's superior though, right? Surely. Speaking of sugar, oh honey, look at that hip. For those who haven't seen any streams this week, Lucy's hair is dark purple now. Oh girl! Oh girl! She has like a catchphrase, but she's not saying it because I guess she's shy. Oh girl! She cute! Queen! Says Swan. Ian has to have watered Ribena. Whoa! Don't come to me with that lip. Right, let me get this sorted. I just want to make sure everybody's here and we've got a good batch of folks, because what we're about to do could be less than 2 hours instead of our usual kind of 3-4 hour Saturday afternoon stream. Royal Purple. So yeah, also I don't know how many of you are watching, but I had several followers and a couple subscribers since my last stream on Thursday, so thanks guys. I guess people really enjoyed the just talking streams, the just chatting stuff, so Maybe some more. Another trip into the adventure of John Batman. Exactly. Not our last playthrough of Arkham Knight. Last play with Arkham Knight, because over the coming weeks we're going to do the DLCs, which is the extra Arkham episodes, as they're called on here, which is stories of other characters, some set before the events of the game, some set during, one set after. We're also going to have some fun doing the racetrack. So we're not done. It was. We're not done with Arkham Knight just yet, but we are about to space it out a lot more. I'm thinking maybe Arkham Knight might become our new... The racetracks and stuff might become our new Sunday game. Let me know what you think. That means we'll be playing it for another month or so in little pockets, but we'll pick another story game to play during the week. And we're also going to be a bit loose in the next couple of weeks. We're going to play a little more silly things like, Fall Guys. I'm going to try Fortnite for the first time. As you can see, it is now preloaded. I'm going to give it a go. So there is that. If you're watching this live and you're going to be around between 1 and 4 tomorrow, please make sure you do, because we're trying out that. I got beta code. I got access to the beta, so we're going to be trying out Marvel's Avengers ahead of release tomorrow afternoon. Tonight is a lovely bit of Jackbox. But right now, I'm really excited for this, because I can't wait for y'all who've never seen this game before to see this. Oh, sorry, I've just realised that was in the background. I was like, where's my Pokemon pillow? Pokemon pillow is still in the background. It's just not the background. Come on, little fella. Oh, Chris! Get down, come on. Get down! There we go, that's better. Go stay on brand, doesn't it? Hey? Go stay on brand. Oh, flaming hell, Dodge, come on. Yeah, for those keeping track of the Dodge saga, Phil still hasn't picked him up, because this week they got him shooting some stuff with YouTubers in the CBBC set ahead of ours, so he didn't have time on that day to drive by here and pick up Dodge. I say YouTubers like it's a derogatory term. It's not, but when I sort of looked up their stuff, it was like one of them, she's basically a fitness Instagram guru. She doesn't do comedy content, and if kids looked up her posts from Hacker Social Media, it's just like she's there half naked in bikinis and this, that, the other, posing on beaches. And it's like, good for you, make a living, earn that cash. But like, what a weird thing for CBBC to go, yeah, we'll collab with you. Just seems really odd. Ugh, whatever. Like, I once used the word crap on Twitter while I was presenting there, and I got reprimanded. So, times they are a-changing. You guys talking cricket? I don't like cricket. I love it. Dodge is making your house his permanent residence. I said to Lucy, I'm going to end up, like, looking after him. Touching him up. Not like that. Buying him a new collar. And displaying him. And the moment I set him up on, like, the shelf over there and be like, there he is, Dodge is just living in my office. Warwick will call and be like, Yonks, I'm in the area, I'm going to pick him up. I'll be like, shit. Shit! Who was here on Wednesday night / Thursday morning when we got the last riddle? I know Swad was. Who else was here for that last bit? Yeah. Is Dodge paying rent? No. No. But I owe him a lot, so I don't mind crashing. Well, we got the last of the riddles. We went back down into the sewage area, and we got them, and it was great because as soon as you get to the last 10, the Riddler responds to each of the ones you pick up. He's like, "No, you couldn't possibly have. I mean, you'll have a harder time finding the last 5. You found the 5th. Fine. Prepare to face me, but you don't want to blah, blah, blah." It's just like, oh, for God's sake, Riddler. Oh, can we get out? Can we take the shortcut and get out through here? I hope so. Because I don't have to drive through those tunnels again. Wait, here's where we managed to exit as Batman in the story mode. It's this way, wasn't it? No, I guess not. Ugh, flaming hell. Can we not just get out, or has the plant kind of limited our options here? We're gonna have to drive back out, aren't we? Flaming hell. Do we still have all the riddles? It hasn't like discounted that or anything.
Just me and you, Nigma. Time to finish this.
So we're taking down the Riddler today, and then confronting Scarecrow to save Robin and Gordon, and then see whether or not Batman loses his goddamn soul to the thing that's possessing him. Just make sure that's rolling. Right. So let's get the hell out of here. Let's get out of here. Don't have to drive this thing for much longer, which makes me happy. How do y'all think the Riddler fight's going to go down, folks? Shoot! Finally time to hang up the Batmobile keys. I know. Well, until we do the races, because part of the DLC is racetracks. Some of them super difficult, some of them not, but a lot more fun than the ones we've been doing, because some of them are, you know, game-themed ones. There's like one that's like extreme Riddler difficulty. But then there are other ones based on like... there's one based on Batman Begins, one based on The Dark Knight and The Dark Knight Rises. Two based on 89 Batman, one based on 60s Batman. So they're a lot of fun to play. And we can play, you don't tank in those, you don't have to do the tank at all. You can have any of the Batmobiles that you're given as unlockables. Because you really need to use the tank Batmobile in the story mode so you can, you know, do tank fights. Whereas when you're free roaming in the world, like, because as you'll see when we finish this game, when you load up the game, you can always load it up from before the very end of the game, meaning you can just go around Gotham and fight criminals like we do with Spider-Man. You could just, you know, just hang out in Gotham and do your thing for as long as you want, long after you finish the story. So if you do, you can obviously wear whatever batsuit you want, use whatever Batmobile you want, because you're not going to be facing any tanks, you're just beating up thugs on the street, so... Excellent. Hey Tommy, I've been listening to you out the Broom Cupboard podcast, and they're great. I always thought it was so simple and fun to be presented, but it shows a control. Yeah, tough environments, tough, like, working for, you know, it's a very privileged sort of viewpoint, really, isn't it? Like, you can absolutely, boom! You can absolutely have a much tougher time at every other job, but it's just, we wanted to make it clear that even in jobs like that, you're facing a lot of shit, and people in authority not, you know, gelling with you or really getting it, and it's, you know, it's important to be transparent, I think, in those sorts of things. Like, it's a dream job, but people need to be prepared to be realistic when they go into it. Like, it will break your heart if you go in rose tinted glasses. It will break your heart. I think the Scarecrow fights can be pretty off the wall. Fear Toxin allows for a lot of cool interactions. Well, that's the thing with the Arkham games, Rocksteady's ones in particular. Everyone always, like sort of everyone, the general consensus seems to be that the boss fights are kind of weak sauce, the ones at the end. Hey, Adit! I love the Titan Joker fight at the end of Arkham Asylum because it feels like a boss fight from the sort of, you know, the generation of games I grew up with. It's like a Crash Bandicoot boss fight, just suddenly in the Arkham game. But the general consensus is the Titan Joker boss fight is hated by people. The end of Arkham City, the Clayface fight is sort of the same, but a little more like frantic, and that's hated by a lot of people. I don't mind it. It's sort of my least favourite final confrontation of the series. Arkham Origins, the prequel spin-off. The last boss fight, as it were, is a fight against a roided out Bane. The first time he's been proper roided out. So he's like swollen. Because when you see Bane in that, he looks more like Bane as you'd imagine him. Like, you know, about 8 foot tall, but he's not swollen muscles. And then something happens to him in the final part of that game when he gets the big muscles, but he's like freakish. He's not even got the mask on or anything. He's just walking around with his stuff pumped into his back. Like, one arm's slightly bigger than the other, but he's just a big hulking mess. And his little head in the middle of his neck. He's like, "Rah!" And that's tough because you're in an enclosed space and he's trying to track you down and beat you to death. So you have to basically use 3 or 4 predator techniques. It's not like he learns from each one like Mr. Freeze. It's not about that. But you've got to use the same 3 or 4 predator techniques. It's all about timing and being stealthy and just getting in and trying to hit him and then getting the hell away. And that works as really well as an end of thing, because it's as an end of game boss fight. Hey, Deerstroke, end of game boss fight in Arkham Origins, because it's just tense. And then you get a little story beat afterwards where you still have to punch somebody. But like, this, again, no spoilers for anyone who's seen this before. Some people are watching the ending of this game for the first time. In this one, they do something really interesting. And this is, out of the 3 Rocksteady games, this is definitely the most interesting final boss for the game. Not Riddler, but you'll see. Miles Rhino encounter in Spider-Man 4. Yeah, the Bane encounter's like that, but it's I guess, a little more frightening because it's framed like a horror film. Also, yeah, mild trigger warning for today. When we get to Scarecrow in like 20 minutes, providing that I beat the Riddler first time, horror is a big factor in what we're about to see. But again, no spoilers, folks. Keep spoilers to a minimum. Here we go. I don't have Stephen Greenwood. I wish I had Stephen Greenwood. Let's calculate how many riddles I've done. Lucy's cooking Linda McCartney sausage rolls right now.
The right to die at my mechanical hands.
Hey!
But let us be clear. We do not meet as equals. In fact, you literally have not a hope of victory. Oh, I wish I could say that I have found this one-sided...
Ignore Riddler, deal with his robots.
But in truth, I grew bored too long ago.
Oh, shoot. Okay, some of them are turning to Catwoman Red.
Edifying pursuits? Goodbye, detective. You will be neither missed nor remembered.
No. Okay, he's turning them into red robots, which we can't destroy.
Riddle me this. Mechanical, homicidal, and red all over.
We can't do anything about the red ones. And he knows it.
I'll atomize you! You are bested, you are conquered, and you are mine! You cheated! I will forcibly extract a confession.
Sorry, Eddie, but it looks like you're cheating to me.
No! What are you doing?
Selina!
This is not your right, cat!
Eddie, sweetie, you invited me, remember? And then you tied me to a chair.
She's gonna get her revenge.
I'm unfair. Bring it down!
How did you...
Okay.
think you're...
Gotham Knights will be revealed next weekend, confirms Warner. Wonder what that could be then. Anyway.
Smarter than me?
Add it, Selina's not a user who's coming to the chat. Selina is Selina Kyle, Catwoman. Yeah, this isn't her. Yeah, well, again, shh, no spoilers.
Arise, my pretties!
Punch Edwy in his stupid
Oh, my
face.
Plan. My plan! I'll smash you into elementary particle paste!
There's plenty here. Take your pick.
I diddle answer this! Try again!
Such a gentleman.
Oh god, here we go.
Riddle me this!
Oh damn. I have seen the 2004 Catwoman film. It is dreadful. It is so bad. And the people making it knew it. Because even Halle Berry, the star of that movie, was nominated for a Razzie. You know, the sort of the anti-Oscars, like awarding terrible movies, terrible performances. Halle Berry was nominated for something else at the Oscars that year, went to the Oscars, won an Oscar, and then went to the Razzies, which is like unheard of. Big name actors don't go. Like the journalists and sometimes the filmmakers for a laugh go along. She went along, and watch her Razzie speech for Catwoman. She like refers to the movie as like a piece of shit. It's great. It is great. It's such a bad film.
Prepare for disintegration.
Hey, Batman, your turn.
Wrong.
Oh no, Catwoman. He's going green. He's going red.
It was perfect. My perfect victory. You shouldn't have come back, Cat. Your presence was not part of my projection.
Ooh. We support self-awareness. Exactly. There are some actors who very openly work on projects that, like... Because that's the thing, you have to promote it when it's coming out. But you don't have to necessarily go, oh, I think this film's incredible. You can just sort of be like, you know... Oh, I had a great time. I had a great time making this movie. You could absolutely just be like that if you wanted. There are some actors who are very... They just keep stum at the time about whether or not they thought the movie was good, and then after the fact openly talk about it like they didn't like it. I think that could be a lot of fun. They understand that a lot of people worked super hard on the movie that they didn't like, so they don't badmouth the movie during it. Like, Cats is awful, right? But...
Be my guest.
the actors who think it's awful and regret making it weren't going to say anything about that, because that's just like insulting to everyone who worked hard on it, and you know, it's dismissing it outright. You can be critical about a movie, but don't shit on it during the promotion of the film. And yet, time for a riddle. And yet, then you have scumbags like James Corden and Rebel Wilson going to the Oscars and ripping the piss out of it, like while it was still in cinemas. And you're like, guys, all those visual effects artists worked really hard. It wasn't a good result, but that's not their fault. Come on, like, play ball. And then you've got people like John Boyega who are like, as soon as the Star Wars press is over and he's finished his commitment, he's like, right, I'm not going to say I hate it, but I'm going to be very open about the fact I think it's gash.
Thanks, Selena, for the daring last-minute rescue. It was very
That's what she said,
heroic.
joking.
It was under control.
Sure it was.
Add it. James Corden is not good people. Read into that one. There are good people in that movie, but it doesn't mean the film is... Cat is objectively a terrible movie. It is objectively a terrible movie. If you love it, if your subjective opinion is that you really enjoyed it, that is awesome. That can never be taken away from you, and that is great. It means that they made a thing you enjoy. But if you look at it from a technical standpoint, from a critical standpoint, from any standpoint that comes from like sort of the mind of a filmmaker, it is dreadful. Doesn't mean that Rebel Wilson and James Corden should have shat on it the way they did at the Oscars. They shouldn't have done that. Like, they shouldn't have. Anyway.
Now be a good damsel and bestow a kiss on your gallant hero.
Exactly, Ian.
Play
It's
nice.
forte.
You're
Don't
not playing
fall,
at all.
bro.
No, I'm not. Not anymore.
And what's that supposed to mean?
It means this is the end.
Thanks for those change.
I can.
Oh. Can we just take a moment to acknowledge that Kevin Conroy is playing this beautifully, especially right now. Like, just listen to that. Like, he's basically saying, you can hear in his voice right now, despite how stoic Batman's trying to be, that his mortality's coming through now. They could have a life together. They could. And he's always held it off because it wasn't right. It was against the mission. They've obviously tangoed a bit. But now that he's like, I'm going to die and change, or I'm going to have to, like, lock myself away forever, you can hear it in his voice. You can hear it in his voice.
I will see you again, right?
No one will. Gotham needs something more, something worse to defend her. She needs a new myth. A legend more powerful than I can be right now. A legend that can only rise from the ashes of the Batman.
Some things you can't do alone, Bruce.
Oh? Is that the first use of his name from her in the games?
And some things you have to.
Call if you need me.
I won't.
I know. I just wanted to say it.
When it comes to Taylor Swift, I think she's incredibly talented. I hate the fact that so many of her songs are basically just "you suck" and "I hate you." Like, eventually, I was like, "Oh, she's interesting." When she first showed up on the scene like 11 years ago, I was like, "Oh, she's interesting. Oh, this is kind of cool." And then I was just like, "Is this it? Is this your one subject matter?" That's kind of, huh. Now that she's doing less of that, I think I'll probably enjoy her stuff going forward a bit more. But there's just some stuff where like certain performers stick. Certainly songwriters. Like, I think it's because I kind of miss songs just being chill and happy. This is why songs like "Happy" by Pharrell, and oh my god, oh, what's the Bruno Mars one we freaking love? Oh god, what's the Bruno Mars one? What's that one called? Uptown Funk. That's the one. Thank you, Alex. Like, songs like that, the reason why they just strike a massive chord now, and blow up, and the world becomes obsessed with them for months. You know, can't stop the feeling from Trolls and stuff, is because it's so rare that a big pop release now is just, let's have a good time. It's so rare now because all the songs are like therapy. Definitely put yourself into your music, but do you know what I mean? Like, that's why I never really got into Taylor Swift stuff, because I was just like, is this it? Is this it? Is it just slagging off imaginary or real boyfriends? Is that what this is? Please do something else. And then Bad Blood, she and Katy Perry had a bit of a tiff, so she wrote a whole song about like, I'm gonna F you up. And I'm like, why? And now she's starting to do different stuff again, stuff closer to her earlier career. I'm like, okay, I'm listening. But anyway. Let's go jail the Riddler. Let's go jail the Riddler.
Where am I? What's happening to me?
You're a smart man, Edward. I'm sure you'll figure it out.
No. You cheated. Catwoman cheated. She stole my victory from me.
A fight I couldn't win? That doesn't even fit your definition of playing fair.
It was fair. If you weren't able to bypass the robot's multi-layer encryption, decipher their unique operating system, and reprogram them mid-battle, that doesn't mean you get to call in assistance.
You need help, Enigma.
I never need help with anything!
Football Joker, no one needs to make another version of that. The only cover version ever needed was Richards for 5 Who fans. Here we go. We're about to enter one of my favourite endings for a game ever, so I'm really excited. Again, no spoilers, there are some people watching this for the first time.
I could have brought me here twice as quickly.
Well, riddle me this. Was Green proud and ass kicked all over?
How exceedingly droll. I won't be needing a lawyer, you jumped-up security guard. I will represent myself.
Oh, God. Hey, Daniel! Yeah, I replied on Discord, didn't I?
Every time you overcome my puzzles, I learn that little bit more about you. Soon enough, there will be a riddle that leaves you dead.
Good for you, Bat. Eddie doesn't need psychiatric help. No. Beat him up, lock him up. That's the best medicine.
But your tally of death is nothing compared to the millions God has consigned to the fiery pit.
My soul
Let's go see
doesn't need
Deathstroke,
saving,
shall we?
man. I sold it a long time ago.
Talk to Deathstroke.
I hope whatever they paid you was worth it, Slade.
The chance to fight
Oh,
you
bless you,
is
Daniel.
always worth it, Batman.
No, he
I'm
doesn't.
flattered.
You should be. When a man earns my respect, that means I do not rest. I devote all of my energy, everything I have, to killing him! So
Oof.
at what point does world's greatest assassin become false advertising?
So, a few little factoids before we carry on and rock this joint. So, we have put away Ra's al Ghul, who is nearing death. We've put away Killer Croc, who has been put through some horrible torment, and dudes really need to look after him. We've put away the warden in charge of Killer Croc's mutations. We've put away the Mad Hatter, tiny little man. It's not in there, is there? No. Oh, wait, yeah. Who's in there? Oh, it's the guy we rescued from Mad Hatter. Kirk Langstrom is in the toxicology cell where Ivy was kept. I'm going to tell you a little factoid that we're probably not going to get around to, but I figured that, Deathstroke. Little factoid, if you play this game again on Halloween, which I did when I found this out, if you boot the game up again on Halloween, talk to Kirk. He talks about how he's feeling erratic and scared. You go away, go beat up some criminals, whatever, come back, the glass is smashed. And everyone's talking about how the power went out briefly and something was swept through the room. And then you go back out, the first rooftop you grapple onto, Man-Bat screams at you again, jump scare, and flies off into the distance, never to be seen again. And that only happens if you boot it up on Halloween. Thank you for the follow, big boy! No spoilers for the end of the game, some people are watching it for the first time, but welcome aboard, happy to have you. Yeah. So,
Pig special. Pig can make you, yeah.
who's he talking to?
Pig can soften the scars.
I knew a guy in Hanoi. Used to make wallets out of dead Viet Cong. You guys would hit it off.
Love this.
You were never going to win, Nigma.
Tut-tut, Batman. In your incessant quest for justice, you've just deprived this city of its one true genius.
I'm sure we'll cope.
Cope, yes.
That's a
But
pretty
also
interesting handle, actually.
regress. My puzzles are the whetstone with which to sharpen your intellect. Keep me in here and let your mind turn to mush. It will be all the easier when we reconvene.
So be honest, Bats. You don't have to solve Eddie's riddles, do you? You just like to make him cry.
Most people don't get to see that interaction because they don't put the Riddler away. So, ladles and jelly spoons. 97 out of 97 in the holding cells. 11 out of 12 in maximum security. 99% capacity.
You survived, Batman. Well done. You still haven't won. Scarecrow's still out there.
Again, no spoilers, people in the chat. No spoilers. Some people are watching this for the first time. But holy shit, we're about to do my favourite end of a game. Probably ever.
Alfred, I'm going to give myself in to Scarecrow. It's the only way to save Robin and Jim.
Consider your decision wisely, sir. There could be no coming back from this.
Militia defeated. Riddler put away. Deathstroke stopped. Arkham Knight missing in action. Humiliated. Robin and Jim, hostages of the Scarecrow. There's only one thing we can do. Hey, Black Mist. Voice is out of sync, is it? Hello? Hello? I know sometimes it jumps a few seconds out. Can anyone see anyone else having lag? Blah, 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 blah. Blah, blah. Don't know what that was. Oh, sorry, Daniel. Sometimes it's just internet connection. Everything seems to be good on my end. Hopefully, we're not getting the curse that we got with Uncharted, where the end of the game... Do you remember this alleyway I kept saying? Not this alleyway. The end of the game gets a crash. Let's really hope not.
It's Batman! You give up, wait for a shot of you, Batman!
There's no coming back.
Oh.
So this is the end. No bones left to break. No heads left to crack. No pinky fingers left to, well, you know, sort of bend backwards into a custom-made vice and slowly crush while you apply electric shocks to your victim's eyeballs. Oh, I always knew I'd be there when you died, Bats. I just didn't realize I'd be in your head. But who
the
knows?
Scarecrow masks everywhere.
Maybe Scarecrow will pump you full of gas and let me go. All right then. Let's
Your fears got the better of you, I see. How fitting that I will win, and Batman's life will be over. Not because of what I have done to your precious city, but because you are scared of what I will do to your friends, your family. They are your weakness, hiding just below the surface. I'm sure that you're scared of what will happen when I tear that mask from your face. What will we find? Your true identity, or proof that without your mask, you are nothing, impotent, powerless, afraid. Leave your equipment on that table, and we can find out.
All is lost. Oof. Surrender utility belt and gadgets. Because it's the spoopiest way to talk to people.
Now, the truck.
Collect utility belt and gadgets. Nope. Because if I collect my utility belt and gadgets, he'll know.
Master Bruce, can you hear me? I'm detecting someone tracking your movement through the city.
I knew he would.
I think I may have missed something, sir. Who are you talking?
The die is cast, Batman. And from now on, I need your undivided attention. The nightmare is almost over. Your failure almost complete. I can see it. And soon the whole world will see it too. Your eyes betray you.
Drink it in, boys and girls. Look familiar. We're back in Arkham City. Pay respects like in Arkham City.
Such a happy couple. Shame about the kid, though. Poor little Brucey never quite got over it now, did he? Well, there's no point crying over spilled blood. It's time to move on, kiddo. Let go. Take a load off. Join your parents. Uncle Jay will take it from here.
Bruce, take a look around. Now, I hate to be a pessimist, but you are a tad outnumbered.
Joker takedown. It's specifically called a Joker takedown. Keep in mind we have no gadgets.
Kick my ass. I can keep this up all night, Bat. My mind is willing, and your flesh is weak. Gordon Robin is still in danger, Bat.
Mixed into the soundtrack is the sound of camera shutters.
You know that? Slowly sucking everyone to their death.
Oh.
Oh, come on, Bat. Your dead mom and dad can be harder than that.
Oh, he baned him. He baned the Joker.
There's old Pennyworth. While you lost out your shirts to iron. Go on, Bats. You know you want to.
Look at how healthy he looks. The scarring has gone. I ain't touching it.
Brucey, old boy. Come on. You've killed me once already. It gets easier every time.
Veiny Bruce's
Who
faces.
will I kill next? Gordon? Lucius? That bumbling old butler of yours?
His lip sync is awful. I ain't touching it.
Oh, that's your problem, isn't it, Bats? You just can't keep hold of a family for very long.
I ain't touching Square. I ain't touching a damn thing. I want to see what happens.
Even the ones who come back end up hating you. But can you blame them? Everyone close to you gets tortured, kidnapped, or killed.
Because that's the thing, isn't it? He's in your mind.
Go on. Do it.
So killing him's not going to do anything. Chicken noises. The orchestra are going to run out of patience eventually. I don't know much, but I know how to choke you. This is the stream now. I bet it carries on forever. I'm just going to kill it. Because it, of course, pushes you into what happens now. Oh, Joker's ass. Because none of it was real.
So you finally lost it, eh? Finally snapped my neck. No denying it this time. You've got the mind of a killer. And that mind is mine. It's over, Bruce. You crossed the blood-red line. And now Scarecrow's going to set me free.
Oh, this looks familiar. And the music as well. And the son of the Batmobile. It's a truck.
Two games for the price of one.
Here we are, back in Arkham Manor.
Batman, is that you? I'm sorry, Robin. Are you ready? This isn't going to end how you think, Crane.
Enough bravado. It's too late for that. I don't care who you are. But they will. I'm going to rob them of
Rebecca, is that a resub? Thank you so much. Welcome back.
hope. As they stare into your eyes, they will blame you. Failure will have a face and a name. It's time. Mr. Gordon,
Back in
I
Arkham
would like
Asylum.
you to do the honors.
Never. I'm done taking orders from you.
Oh.
You bastard!
Ruben!
Take off that mask, or my next shot will kill him.
It's okay. It's not okay. You know what this means.
It's the end.
The moment
When they find out who you are, there'll be no hiding.
You need to trust me, Jim.
His skin's looking better, though.
Now,
Hey, Jord! You've come in for the right time. Oh my god. Thank you for the sub, Derry Knights. Oh.
No spoilers. Here we go.
Addit, you've misread that tweet.
Wayne. Bruce Wayne. Now the world can see you for what you truly are. A
Bruce
legend laid bare. Powerless. Human. Afraid.
What are we waiting for? Let's get this done.
no. We need to do this right. He needs to face justice.
This son of a bitch killed 50 of our men.
I say we finish him before he wakes up. He's too dangerous.
We've got 100 guns trained on him. He's going nowhere.
No.
Guys,
Fear gas.
guys.
Fear toxin.
It's great to see you. I've had a devil of a time tracking you down.
Tracking us down. We caught you.
Oh, Cobblepot. Always cruel,
They are locked
but
up.
never cunning. Croc, old boy, you might want to duck.
Keep in mind, if you didn't have the DLC, this is the first appearance of Croc in the game. Notice how my health up top doesn't seem to be affected at all. Because none of this is real. Oh my god. the Joker toxin in our blood, the Titan formula that's slowly been turning us into some kind of almost supernatural, the Killing Joke, supernatural recreation of Mr. J. Mix that with the fear toxin. Here's where we are, baby. That move was called the Killing Joke. That is insane.
So much more fun with my hands on the controls. Guys, where did you go?
Oh. That's what happens if I press Detective Vision.
Guys, I just want to talk about shooting you with this gun, which I'm going to do when we're done talking.
It's me! Please! What did it take for you to stop? Please don't shoot! Think of all we've been through!
I never could stand groveling, Cobblepot.
You, come here. No, stop struggling! Get off me! You'll have to go through her to get to me. There still must be some things you won't do.
You'll see.
Hostage, Nigma. How very twee.
Let's talk over this music. You can't hear it exactly for copyright reasons, but it's the song Joker sings over the end credits of Arkham City.
I can't let you leave here alive. Not after what you just
I wanna know you.
I'm the comeback king, the clown prince of chaos,
The jester of genocide. You can't stop me.
This world's in right.
Stop. Stop
No.
this madness. Please.
Two-Face just became Gordon. Possibly had it. Gotham burns.
This may be my finest work yet.
Please listen to me. After all the good you've done for the city, think about what you're doing. Sir, I'm begging you. Master Bruce. Batman, you have to listen.
It's the third time I finished this game, actually. I played it twice.
Your father, what would he say if he saw you like this? Please, please stop this rampage.
Oh, Alfred. Sweet, loyal Alfred. Master Bruce is gone. But don't you worry. Your new master's coming home.
Do you know what happens now, Mr. Wayne? I'm not going to kill
So
you.
trippy.
I'm going to set you free. Free to see the city you swore to defend tear itself apart. Free to see everyone you love hunted down and killed. Every scream, every death. Vengeance for all that Batman has done.
Good.
But do you not understand? It is over.
Get ready for the encore.
So what Scarecrow's seeing is Batman cackling, which must be even more unnerving than this.
Why aren't you scared?
Hey, Rusty, not bad.
Guess I'm toxin proof. Hey, Bats! You still here?
Bats? Is that you? Oh, Bats!
Oh, shoot. Activate flashlight.
Ah, good times.
body anyway. Trying to tell me something, Bats? I'm not dead. I've never been so alive. Oh, wait a minute. This isn't my grave. Oh, no, it's too small. It's all overgrown. Where's the head? It's, oh, right. I get it. They forgot about me. Very funny, Bats. But it's not gonna happen. You know, some jokes can be in bad taste.
I'm saying now during this section, I just love it so much.
See, old boy, you want the death of me.
Well, that's interesting. He cocks the gun.
Harley? You call this a wake? Where is everybody? Oh, forgot to send the invites, didn't you? Harley? Stop your sobbing and rustle me up awake! Harley! Harley! I know what you're trying to do, Bats. You and your toxin.
Mark Hamill,
you think
Daniel.
this scares me?
Can't be asked to walk through chairs.
In Gotham with me, Vicky Vale.
And me, Glenn Woodburn.
So, Glenn, today marks the one-year anniversary of the Joker's death. Any thoughts on the occasion?
Sorry, who?
The Joker? You remember?
The question mark guy. He's dead?
No, not him.
Sorry, Vic, you gotta help me out.
Pictures with
You know
nothing
what?
in
It
them.
doesn't matter. Let's forget about him and move on.
Yes, let's forget about him and move on.
In other news, a museum dedicated to Batman and his arch-nemesis, the Penguin, opened on Bleak Island today.
Oh, you think that's scary, Bats? When I get out of here, I'll write my name in blood on every street corner. I'll carve it on every corpse. I'll... No one's forgetting me! No. How do I get out of here? Where are you?
And look, do you remember the Scarecrow sequences in Arkham Asylum? This was the environment during the fear gas hallucinations.
Out! I'll find you.
Oh.
Show your face.
It's also really weird to see like half Batmen.
Out of ideas, Bats.
You know, you almost had me scared back there. Me? What have I got to be afraid of?
You're afraid of being ashes. You're afraid of being forgotten. And you will be forgotten, Joker. Because of me. I am vengeance. I
Say
am
it.
the night.
Do it, Conroy.
I am Batman.
Preach it, Kevin. Let's get some well-deserved licks in, shall we? Considering we haven't been able to do it all game. No escape, only the dark. There is no hope.
Goodbye, Joker.
No, Bruce! Don't leave me! Please! I need you.
That's how you put a clown down.
Do you understand, Gotham? You have no savior. No more hope. No more Batman. I've won.
No fear. Just no fear.
Impossible. Without fear, life is meaningless.
And there's the assist. That's who we thought was tracking him.
No.
What's wrong? Scared?
No.
And Gordon with the winning punch. He deserves it. He's earned it. This is the one really strong story beat of the game. The ending.
Okay.
Compared to the previous two, which are much better written.
Look after them all. You've been a good friend. The best I could ask for. You were there at the beginning.
One punch.
And now, you get to see how it ends.
I mean, do you know what to get Tim straight to the hospital? Like, straight there? Exactly. No boss fight. That's the boss fight. The best choice they could have made.
Best gift you've brought us all night.
I can't believe he showed up.
So Bruce Wayne, huh? If it's all the same to you, I'll stick to Batman.
No.
You sound scared, Crane. Get used to it.
Yes, now, Cash.
The whole world knows. What now?
Prepare the Nightfall Protocol.
Are you sure?
There's no other way, Alfred.
It needs voice confirmation.
Martha.
Very good, Master Bruce. You can
Well,
be
that was a
sure your
joke.
instructions will be followed.
Exactly.
The Batwing is on its way to the rendezvous point.
So there's the rendezvous point. So which audio didn't we listen to? There's a couple of audios we didn't listen to last time. We listened to Harley's. Did we listen to Penguins? I can't remember. We recap these another time. We've unlocked a few new profiles. Thomas and Martha Wayne. Real name, Thomas Wayne, Martha Wayne. Occupation, him, physician. And she, philanthropist? Oh, they're doing the same as they did in Arkham, it's just they're listing him. How random. Based in Gotham City, City Love. Beautifully done, guys. Eye colour. Blue and blue. Hair colour, brown and light brown. He's 6'2", she was 5'10". He was £195, she was £140. First appeared in Detective Comics number 33, November 1939. Heir to the Wayne family fortune, Thomas Wayne also inherited the family's sense of duty towards the city of Gotham. Unlike earlier Waynes, however, Thomas was adamant in pursuit of a career of his own, working as a surgeon at Gotham General Hospital. Martha Wayne, née Kane, administered the Wayne family charities and foundations in his stead, spearheading campaigns to solve Gotham's homelessness and poverty problems. Their joint murder behind Gotham's Monarch Theatre shocked Gotham, scarred the young Bruce Wayne, and would eventually lead to the formation of his Batman identity. Vast wealth, strong sense of civic duty. We also have, as we saw her on the TV screens, Vicky Vale. If a man is considered guilty for what goes on in his mind, then give me the electric chair for all my future crimes. Oh, Vicky Vale, the electric chair. Ow! I want to bust that body. Batman '89 soundtrack. Anyway, occupation, investigative journalist. Based in Gotham City. City Love, thanks team. Eye colour blue, hair colour blonde, 5'7", £121. First appearance Batman 49 back in October/November of 1948. Interesting how they have October/November. It means they don't have a clear record of when the issue hit the stands. Investigative reporter Vicky Vale got her start at the Gotham City Gazette, where she quickly rose to fame due to her unwavering commitment to rooting out the ugly truths behind Gotham's corruption and poverty. After her frontline news reporting style almost led to her becoming a direct victim of Hugo Strange and the Arkham City conspiracy, Vale was relentless in bringing all living conspirators in the scheme to justice. Undaunted by her near-death experience, Vale remains fearlessly dedicated to her work and committed to the people of Gotham. You were a little more than 108. Yes. Hi, Dale. Did you just catch what's happened over the last half hour or so? Hard-nosed reporting skills, Gotham's most trusted name in news, fearless, and a skilled interviewer. And we've also unlocked one last bio. Red Hood. Real name, Jason Todd. Occupation, a vigilante. You've been having the sleepings. We just had our identity revealed to the world, slipped completely under the Joker toxin influence, and then used the fear toxin Scarecrow's injecting us with to feed the Joker his own worst fears before locking him away in our mind forever. It's pretty sweet. Based in Gotham City. City of Love. Nice work, team. Eye colour blue, hair colour black, 6 foot tall, weight 200 pounds. First appearance Batman 635. So basically the first appearance of him as the Red Hood. It was in 2005, based in Hull. Since vanquishing the Arkham Knight persona, Todd was able to lay his vengeance against Batman's arrest and begin to heal the damage that was inflicted on him in the asylum. It was during this recovery that Red Hood was born. Now, while he's once again aligned with his former mentor in wanting to rid Gotham of its criminal contingent, Todd's willingness to kill will forever keep them at odds. Expert marksman, martial arts master, driven by justice, willing to kill his enemies. And also, he has 1, 2, 3 bios. Didn't die. He even delivered that assist at the end. Firing the gun out of Scarecrow's hand. Not during the first game, during the events of the first game, he'll have been training with militia at that point and learning his skills. Now, what am I doing, you might ask? I just want to glide around a little. No, it wasn't Adric. Glide around a little, maybe listen to what the criminal scum are saying.
He's gotta be working, and anyone who knows Bruce Wayne suddenly got dragged into the firing line.
No more Joker hallucinations, everything's back to normal.
I gotta feel sorry for her.
Sorry for Harley? Don't be. She's as bad as he was. Except she's not as funny when she's torturing you.
How is Harley? She's still in the studios?
Bet. Joker would do some nasty stuff with a cattle prod. But he knew how to make everyone laugh while he was doing it.
Where is Tom? What do you mean, Tom? Thomas Wayne. Thomas Wayne's dead. He died when Batman was a kid. That's why Batman became Batman, because his parents were killed in front of him. He did the big dead. Just listen to all these criminals talking now that they've all seen the news broadcast.
He's the guy who made our lives hell for as long as I can remember. That's the important thing.
All these busted up militia perches. Because like I said, now you could change skin, change costumes, change Batmobiles,
It's gonna take more than muscle and guns to crack that joint.
just like go around beating up thugs.
Taking down some pretty big scores.
I'm interested. I'm interested in. Hang on.
Imagine what Mr. Playboy's got stashed in the vaults over there. We'll be loaded.
Oh, thinking of Robin Wayne Manor. I'm excited to see what Matt Reeves comes up with for his Batman movie. I think it's going to be interesting. I liked his Planet of the Apes films, so I'm interested. Where are we going? We have to go upstairs. Everyone knows that Bruce is Batman. Everyone knows. And he was saying earlier to Selina, like, Gotham's outgrown Batman. Like, Scarecrow had a point. Batman isn't effective anymore. Things need to change. Let's pay one last visit to the GCPD before we go upstairs, guys. Oh, George, your dad's alright. His blood pressure's really high, so he's been given meds, and the burns on his shoulders now got infected. Oh, God. Creams, meds, and rest. Oh, God. Give him our love. Sorry, considering robbing Bruce Wayne if you know his bats. Yeah. You think that your boss is a man who rides around in a tank and beats up criminals with his bare hands, and your plan is to blackmail this person? Here we go.
Good to see you back here, Batman. I knew you wouldn't give up.
I don't know what to say, Batman. That's big news. I guess now we know where the money for the car comes from.
Nice, Rebecca. I still think you guys should be given furlough and 2 weeks off.
Scarecrow thinks unmasking you took away our hope. No way. You just showed us why we shouldn't give up.
All the bad guys put away. Why should I buy a helicopter? How do you think I could afford a helicopter?
It's been a long night, Batman. Sure didn't think we'd end up here. Gonna be hard for things to go back to normal after this.
Any advice on building Media City UK Minecraft? Put no soul into it, like Peel, who built it, put no soul into building Media City. And use lots of glass.
Good to hear Gordon's okay. Bet that was quite a shock for him, finding out who you are.
Like all this interaction dialogue. Recorded just for the ending.
Thank God you're here.
How did you do it, Batman? Scarecrow pumped you full of that stuff and you're still standing. That kind of dosage would have put anyone else on the ground.
Exactly, Rebecca. How much food I could buy? How much I could give to charity? I'm not buying
There's a
helicopter.
reason we didn't know who it was underneath the suit. You had to be separate from us, from everyone. But now that's gone.
Alright, thanks, Sergeant.
I haven't been in there yet to see Scarecrow. Apparently, it's quite a sight. A part of me wanted him dead earlier. But suffering's even better.
Why would I have 250,000? What?
Unmasked before the world. Next time you lose your life.
So under that mask, you're just a rich punk. Hey, up to you how you get your kicks.
Sorry, Batman. We had no idea. Internal Affairs had their eye on someone at GCPD. And looks like we know who it was.
Sorry about drawing our guns. We're just all on edge around here, that's all. Nothing personal.
That's alright. Oh. Where are the John Does?
You think there's anyone else in here we need to worry about? I'll keep my eyes open.
Where are the John Does?
I've been out and had beers with that guy. Talked about our kicks. He's probably been laughing behind our backs the whole time.
Riddler's really got it in for you, you know. Seriously, I've never seen a guy so upset. You'll get...
It's your last night in this city, playboy. Better enjoy while you can. I'm thinking, when me and my buddies get out, first stop, Wayne Manor. Have us a little reunion party.
Is this a glitch? Is what a glitch? Oh no, the John Does are gone. They're not in there. Yeah. Creepy.
You better take some of that money and change your face, rich boy. Because everybody's gonna want a piece of you now.
Let's go see Jack Ryder.
There you are.
Jack Ryder.
Secret identity revealed, huh? You want to talk about it? On television? So, you don't usually invite me to the Wayne Manor Christmas ball, but we're like old war buddies now, right? Taking on Deacon Blackfire together? This explains why the rogue reporter I told everyone about in my trial couldn't access your voicemails.
Oh.
Look, I just want to say sorry for all those things I said to you about Bruce Wayne, and all those things I said to Bruce Wayne about Batman.
It's alright. Oof.
What happened at the asylum doesn't matter. You're Batman to me. Thanks, Batman, for everything. And good luck.
So much for Scarecrow.
For a man who won't shut up about fear? You'd think you could take a taste of it.
If he's that scared now, just wait for sentencing.
Batman's plums.
Just had the mayor on the phone. Says he's sending over an arrest warrant for Bruce Wayne. Shame. Our fax machine had a little accident.
Yes, now cash.
Business as usual out there, Batman. Still a lot of trash needs digging out.
Well, if I had any missions left, which I don't, because I'm awesome.
Guess thanks are in order, Batman. You did it again.
Haha, thank you.
You're gonna stick around, right, Batman?
Oh, God.
Don't leave us, please. Not now.
I imagine Bruce Wayne's gonna have a few questions to answer in the morning. Hope you've got a plan figured out.
I can't shake it, Batman. What I've done, taking a life, I gotta look my kids in the face, my wife.
Sorry, Officer Owens. Barbara.
Tim and your dad are fine. They're being picked up from the asylum and taken to the mainland.
I spoke to them a moment ago. Thanks, Bruce. It's funny. I was waiting for Dad to do his protective father bit. I had it all ready in my head what I was gonna say. But he didn't go there. He just told me that he loved me and that he was proud. Maybe he hit his head.
Maybe he's starting to see you. The real you.
What are you going to do, Bruce?
Finish it.
Good. I'm just getting warmed up.
I don't think she realizes
Thanks
we don't
again,
mean...
Bruce, for going after Tim and Dad. I'm just sorry what it cost you in the end.
We don't mean finish it as in go finish off with the bad guys that are out there. We mean finish the legacy of the Batman. That's what we're talking about. I wonder if these guys have any alternate dialogue. We can't... Well, a Gotham, I imagine, Daniel. Oh. Oh, they do have new dialogue.
I bet you taste rich.
I'm trying to figure out your motivation, Mr. Wayne. And I'm afraid I can only draw one conclusion. You're insane.
Thanks, man.
It's pretty cozy in here, Bat. You want to come join us?
Nah, you're right.
Looks like the secret's out now, Mr. Wayne. Your tragic youth, your life of pain.
Oof.
Can you justify the blood you spilled to the boy who saw his parents killed? My wonderland is but a dream away. Next time, Batman, I'll convince you to stay.
No, thank you, Hatter. No worries, Daniel. Just to reiterate, if I played this again randomly on Halloween night, Man-Bat gets out. Now let's do the rounds, shall we?
And the numerous chemical processes that occur during combustion.
That's the beauty of fire. No riddles. It's so easy
to understand. Deathstroke.
I don't care who you are. You're dying, just the same.
Okay, Stag.
I don't know what kind of operation these men are running here, but I demand to be moved. Do these idiots have no concept of privacy?
You killed for money, old man.
When the courts are through with you, and you're left
And for
desperately
Carbine,
selling
managed
off
barrel
what remains of
assembly,
your
high-res
parents'
optical
legacy,
scopes, rail interface.
perhaps I
That's
will
my
generously open my checkbook.
I'm going to make it my personal mission to kill you when I get out of here, Batman.
Your intellect is no match for the mind of the Lord. You are nothing but a worm burning in the sun.
Your faith in mindless superstition is as misplaced as your desire to emulate Gotham's overrated Defender. You outdated 11th century anachronism.
Pig.
Bruce Wayne, what a pretty man hiding in that suit.
Please,
like a big
these
present.
mindless inanities. It is beneath my brilliance.
Pig wants a
One
hug.
so clearly
Pig
in
wants
pain.
to feel the nails in his chest. Pig
Hang on.
feels sick.
Firefly.
It doesn't matter to me. Wayne Manor's next on my list when I get out.
It's good, isn't it? Because like you could just not come back in here and you'd miss out on all these little sort of character
The
moments.
beneficent crusader under that mask is just as misguided as you, Batman. And just as ready to die.
Alright, that's real. Jesus. Deacon Blackfire.
Well, I'll be damned. The billionaire Bruce Wayne. You can add avarice to that ever-growing list of sins.
Hey, Officer Bolden.
I think Ivy tried to brainwash me with those pheromones of hers when she was here.
Yep.
I resisted.
No, you didn't.
When I get home, I'm making salad. I think Ivy tried to brainwash me with those
She did, mate.
pheromones of hers.
Chief Underhill.
Looks like we both had our secrets. Huh, Batman? I can't imagine yours ever involved burning down half the city.
Oh, Chief Underhill. You did what you thought was right, but people got hurt. The one criminal we can't talk to. Scarecrow.
Why bother with the mask, hero? You got nothing worth hiding now.
I wanted to help people, but Gotham wouldn't let me.
Good men don't last here, Bruce. Not when everybody knows who they are.
Pengy?
Well, well, would you Adam and Eve it? Bruce bloody Wayne and Batman. The two people I hate most in the world, standing right in front of me. I've never forgiven you, Wayne. The Cobblepot should be running this city, not your stinking family. My old man lost all that money, and who did he take it out on? Muggins here. Shipped me off to that poxy boarding school. Well, well, would you Adam and Eve it? Bruce bloody
This one should be fun.
The two people I hate most in the world, standing right in front of me.
This one should be very fun. If the camera will let us focus on him.
You may have everyone in here fooled with your little Bruce Wayne charade, but not me, Batman. You'll never fool me. Locked in here, surrounded by inferior minds. I can almost feel them sucking the intelligence out of me.
Well.
You must be so pleased with yourself. I expect that cowl-clad cranium is fit to burst. Don't worry, Batman. I will come back from this. You see, I'm blessed with the capacity for self-improvement. Sadly, something you lack. It would be nice if your intellect could move beyond its bestial beginnings, but alas, taking the bat out of the cave is far easier than taking the cave out of the bat. You may have everyone in here fooled with your little Bruce Wayne charade, but not me, Batman. You'll never fool me.
He refuses to believe that it's Bruce Wayne.
Just had the mayor on the phone. Says he's sending over an arrest warrant.
The Riddler refuses to believe that you're Bruce Wayne.
I always thought the person inside
I love that touch. Well, the Riddler is a silly man. You're right, Tadiel. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to activate the Nightfall Protocol. Tissues at the ready.
Oh, Batman. Lost all his, what do you call it, mistake.
Initiate the Nightfall Protocol.
It's done. Gotham is safe.
Thank you, Bruce. For everything.
Goodbye, Jim.
Obviously, if we complete the story, but we hadn't done all the side quests like Riddler and everything, we could do them now. You have to do all of them to unlock this option, which is the proper ending of the story.
All units be advised. The major threats have been eliminated. It's time to roll out and take our city back.
This is the true ending. Wayne Manor.
This is Vicky Vale for GCN reporting live outside Wayne Manor, following the dramatic unmasking of billionaire playboy Bruce Wayne.
Calendar Man in the foreground at some point. You'll see his tattooed head very briefly. It's a little Easter egg. There he is.
Are you still rolling?
you sure you want to do this, Master Bruce? I've got to.
The lampshade on its
It's the
tilt.
only way to protect them.
Very well.
We just saw Bruce Wayne, now known to be the masked vigilante Batman, enter his home, refusing to come.
Not Zaz, no, it's Calendar Man. Because he teased, I'll be there at your beginning and I was there at your beginning, I'll be there at your end. It's the only way to protect them.
This is how it happened. This is how the Batman died.
No one's gonna come after Bruce Wayne's friends,
A
family, and
friend
loved
once
ones if
told
he's not
me
around
the
anymore.
criminals are a cowardly and superstitious lot. That the only way to beat them was to give them something to be scared of. I understand now. As his world grew darker, so did ours. When his war ended, our lives could begin again. He set us free. To live. To love.
Don't forget the ring. Tim and Barbara.
There was an inquest, of course. Hundreds of suspects. Who killed Bruce Wayne? I guess we'll never know for sure. So what's next? Criminals are a cowardly and superstitious lot. What happens when they have nothing to be scared of?
So Gordon's mayor? Tim and Barbara getting married?
Who will protect Gotham? Now that the Batman is dead.
And a very familiar scenario happening right now.
Hey. Whoa, whoa, whoa!
Help me!
No one's coming, lady.
Those flipping pearls.
Take his wallet.
Hey, freak! Maybe you missed the news! Batman's dead!
That look don't scare us no more.
What the hell?
Theories! Get your theories in the chat! I want to see theories in the chat. Let's do this. Oh! That was Arkham Knight. That was Batman Arkham Knight. Took us a few weeks, took us 18 main playthroughs for the story, because it was a big old story with a lot of plot lines and a lot of riddles to clean up in the last two streams. I've got a bunnies are just cute like every... It's not bunnies. I can say what my theory is, but I want to see what your theories are. Or maybe you made. Thanks, Ketchup. I'm glad you stuck around too. No. Barbara's not Batwoman. She was Batgirl in the past, but she isn't now. She's Oracle. Though I imagine now she'll probably have taken a job with the GCPD. Unless she's in on it. Some Asylum flashbacks. I can't remember if there's anything after the credits, but we're going to watch them anyway. Quincy Sharp! Hello! The old asylum. Never alone in the asylum. Well, no, they're on the... Gordon is currently on the way to what appears to be Barbara and Tim, Robin's wedding. So don't forget the ring. So that ain't Tim. Swad thinks that it's Bruce using the fear toxin.
And so I'm home in the asylum, ever alone in the asylum.
You think it might be Jason Todd? All right.
No, don't.
Wouldn't be Quinn. That doesn't make any sense.
I cried. Now I'm locked deep inside.
Ivy's dead, but regenerated. Possibly. So, we're hearing a musical interlude from the Joker, new version of Look Who's Laughing. And he's talking about how he's trapped in your subconscious forever. How could this song exist unless he was still in someone's head? Not getting out, but that person has to be alive.
I was him, and he was me. Oh, what a joker he could be. Now the darkness closes in. No one's laughing.
My theory, by Anne Elk, is that Bruce and Alfred are alive and well, completely off the grid. Oh god, the Scarecrow secrets of the first one where the game crashes. Oh. Alfred and Bruce are off the grid. Completely. Friends don't even know they're alive. And they are finding new ways to protect Gotham. Fear toxin being used. Bruce faking his death and basically fully subsuming into the Bat persona by making it to the world that Alfred was dead in the explosion. That would essentially make his unmasking irrelevant. Exactly. And once again, it's a myth. There's a creature out there that is apprehending criminals and traumatizing them.
Oh, I felt so flushed together.
Thanks to Warner and Montreal for helping us out, because of course they lent models for certain characters like Firefly, Deathstroke. I think, yeah, that's what he's done. In doing what he's done, Barbara and Tim and Jim get to have a life, and Dick presumably, like, take Robin and stuff. Like, they get to have a life now.
All because of you.
Whereas Bruce gets to completely be Batman. Is it morally wrong to traumatize criminals? That's what he's always done. Over in Arkham City, that's what he always did. But Scarecrow was saying earlier on, you've become a tourist attraction, you've become a photo opportunity. You used to be a terrifying new element striking fear into the hearts of criminals, and now you're just you're a sideshow. I don't think anyone's going to be calling that thing a sideshow. I don't think it's Terry McGinnis, but I wouldn't be surprised if they did a story like that at some point. Yeah, it's scary because it's a vengeful spirit. And it's best not to think about what happens next too much, because then you'd be like, well, what if this vengeful spirit that's probably Bruce comes up against, like, Penguin? Penguin just be like, you're Batman. I know you're Batman. I mean, maybe not. There's plenty wrong with me. Look at him. Just Ryan Reynolds. Just new hero of Gotham. Ryan Reynolds. Listen to him crying. Ah, there he is. That's the big boy. The Iceberg Lounge. Solomon Grundy. I don't want a new game in this series. I don't want a new game in this series. Let this series go. It redefined combat mechanics for a whole generation of action games. We had a trilogy, we had a prequel spin-off, and a handheld spin-off to the prequel.
I'll be here all week. Try the veal.
Oh, Joker, that's brilliant. Like, just leave it be. They're doing a Suicide Squad game. We don't exactly know what it's about yet. We'll find out more on August 22nd. And it's obviously what these guys have been squirreling away on for the last 5 years, so we'll hopefully find out sooner rather than later what it means. I don't want a new Arkham game. I don't want a new game about Batman set in the Arkhamverse, because it's better to leave it open to interpretation. And it gives another game developer at some point in the future a chance to create something new for Batman. Try a new game mechanic, try something, a new style, you know? Spider-Man is clearly the successor to that sort of combat style. Let them have it, you know? Let Batman do something else. Like, there have been other Batman games since this came out. The Lego Batman game's obviously a lot more fun and freewheeling. The Telltale Batman series is pretty good. It's their own version of it. And that's, of course, heavier on, like, the detective style of Batman. But this series, I agree, this series needs to stay dead. Now, the story for us is not completely over, because we have the Arkham Knight episodes. We have some spin-off DLC to play, each one lasting about half an hour. And we're not going to start that today. But there's one starring Robin, there's one starring Nightwing, there's one starring Harley, set before the events of the game. There's one starring Jason Todd, set after the events of the game, which further my belief that he is not the creature we saw in the alleyway. Well, this was the Batman game, like the Spider-Man game, Daniel. When you get around to playing it, this is it. You've got 3 whole districts of the city to explore in a vehicle. Like, this is it. You can't really do Batman open world, because his style and stuff is too hardcore and violent against crims, where Spider-Man's is a lot more kind of like fun and freewheeling. No worries, Ketchup. There's plenty to love in the DC Universe. Get them comics on. My highest recommendation for DC Universe, if you want to dive into DC stuff, is the DC AU, the DC Animated Universe from the 90s. Batman the Animated Series, all 4 seasons, which eventually becomes the New Adventures of Batman and Robin, but like it's all one show. Batman the Animated Series, Superman the Animated Series, Justice League the Animated Series, and Justice League Unlimited the Animated Series. Those 4 shows are all interconnected, and if you watch them in that order, Batman, Superman, Justice League Unlimited, you get an incredible, like, 200 plus episodes of television. So good. It is so good. Prime's the best place to look. They show up on Prime more often than not. But you could also get, like, versions of the box sets of Batman especially. Oh, Batman Beyond as well, of course, Dr. Hoover. Yeah, Batman Beyond. Watch Batman Beyond before you finish Justice League Unlimited. Because the last story of Justice League Unlimited acts as a sort of a finale to that and Batman Beyond, because Batman Beyond basically kind of got canned before its run wanted. Thank you, Dale, for reminding me. Look how much grimmer the third game looks. OG Teen Titans is great. It's not in the same canon, no, it's its own thing, but it is a lot of fun. It is. Again, especially when you kind of find out, oh, this is why Terry is so key to the legacy. I did not see that coming. Would you have to pay for separately? What do you mean? What are you talking about, Adit? I literally have no idea what you're talking about. Clever Prime. You can say that again. Clever Prime. Yeah. Just League Unlimited. Oh, is it not on Prime? Well, they all go on and off Prime from time to time. Yeah, start with Batman. Enjoy it. Watch Mask of the Phantasm. That's the film spin-off, and it's so good. It's like probably the best Batman movie. It's brilliant. Because it's like the only Batman movie, aside from Batman Begins, that's actually about Bruce. And start with Batman the Animated Series and Superman the Animated Series, and then come to us and we'll let you know what to try after. But yeah. Also, in between the two, there's a film, World's Finest, the Batman Superman movie. It's so good. all the stuff with Mr. Mixius Pitlick in Superman the Animated Series is fantastic. And the casting of Gilbert Gottfried is inspired. Like, the next best casting to that, in terms of like getting a character that weird, specific, and irritating right and making them entertaining, is in Batman the Brave and the Bold, where Batmites in it, they cast Paul Rubens. It's like, God, that's perfect casting. Superman the Animated Series version of the Toyman is my favourite interpretation as well. Proper scary. And the theme music's amazing. I've ever been to Blockbusters. What, the store? Yeah, I went to them all the time when I was younger. I went to them all the flipping time. I personally got a bit of soft spot for the DC Animated Film series. It's a fair deal grimmer and darker and gets to play around with the whole universe stuff a bit. I'm not a huge fan of the swap, but I think that's because I'm such a voice actor snob, and I feel like a lot of the DC animated originals that have come to DVD and everything in the last 10-15 years especially have been so weak source compared to when Andrea Romano was in charge casting the animated series, the early animated films. I don't know, they just don't sit well with me. I don't enjoy them anywhere near as much as I hoped I would. So I stopped buying them after a long time. I still have a few. Like here I've got a lot of the Superman and Batman ones from the early 2000s. They're pretty damn solid. And downstairs I've got some of the Batman ones, but I just started to fall out of love with them. Although Batman Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is pretty fun. It's not as good as the comic it's based on, but it's pretty fun. At least I'm hoping it's cold. Keep an eye on it, Jord. Or an ear on it. Or a nose on it. Just monitor it. Please. For the love of Pete. For the love of peace. For the love of peace. I don't know why that's my voice now. It just is. What? So yeah, here we are. Oh, just cycling through. Oh, sweet memories. Remember that time we held a man's shoulder? Have you seen whom the new animated Batman's voice is? No, in what? In what context? Oh, George, thank you for the host. That was a weird sound. Really weird noise. I was watching a video of you when you went to Sarah Jane House on Bannerman Road. Did you ever meet Elizabeth Sladen? I did. In fact, if you watched the end of that like mini series, me and Sarah Jane meet at the end. It depends on which video you're talking about. There's a short video I did for the Attic event where we went back to Bannerman Road and we were just like, oh my god, here we are, isn't this cool? But I did a thing in 2010 where I met her. It was lovely. She really didn't have to make time for us that day. She'd had a long, exhausting day, and on reflection, she was also dealing with a lot more that hadn't been known yet. And she still made time. She was like, she basically turned to me. She was like, "Well, it's only 2 pages." She said, "We could get this done quite quickly, couldn't we?" She said, "Do you want to rehearse it?" And I was like, "Yeah, let's do it. We did. And as soon as we rehearsed it, she went like, "Okay, you're a one-take wonder, right?" And I went, "Yeah, for you, I absolutely will be." And she was like, "Thank you." And we only shot it twice because they wanted to get a slight alternate angle. And as soon as we wrapped, she was like, "Thank you very much." She gave us all a hug, and off she went. Then that was the last thing we had to get shot that day. So we got back in the car and started driving back toward London, and we were just like, that was cool. Oh my god. Is it a real house? It was when you had a tent on the drive. Yeah, that short comedy one, that I meet her at the end of those shorts. You worked with Tommy on a Channel 4 drama. Oh, nice. I worked with Tommy a couple of times. Yeah, the real house is in Cardiff. It's on the outskirts of Cardiff. She was the best egg. She was the bestest of eggs. Oh, now we're in the Joker's hallucinations. I won't be playing it on stream. If I do play it, I'll play it at my own time when I want to replay this one day. But if you do New Game Plus, which we've unlocked by completing the game 100%, in New Game Plus, Dale and Liz are like that. But to be fair, you did travel through time and space with her. if you play New Game Plus, it starts with the cremation of the Joker, like it did. I've got you under my skin, like, you know, the body being lined up on the thing, and then the flames start up, and obviously you then trigger them. When you play New Game Plus, you do it, you hit the button, and obviously if you're playing New Game Plus, you've completed the game at least once, so you know everything that's going to happen in it. And then there's like a flame. The flames on the side of my face. And when we first, played this, there was that flame that consumed him, and you heard Gordon say, "This is how it happened. This is the night the Batman died." And then the title fills the screen, and then we go to the diner. When you do New Game Plus, the flames hit the side of the Joker's face. There's a moment, and then he just goes, "Bah!" at the camera. And screams at the camera. And then starts laughing, and then the Joker's voiceover goes, "This is how it happened. This is the night the Batman died." And then there's a few other little touches in the narrative throughout the New Game Plus mode that allude to the fact that you know about this, you've already played, and it's sort of in things Joker does and says. It's like, God, that's clever. That is clever. So yeah, there's that. Anyway, let's skip these here credoyettes. Can we? We can't skip the credits. We legit can't skip the credits. That's fine. But yeah. No, Angelique's not married, but she and Sacha Dhawan are together, yeah. Using full-time low collar and robes, and she and I spent ages chatting, told a fab story about her fans and how much she loathed a certain tin dog. Sarah, no! Speaking of people who don't loathe a certain tin dog, hello! There's a lady behind me. There's a lady in the corridor. She just made a strange noise. Queen and Hey Lucy in the chat. Oh my god! Timing. We're done. Yeah. Thank you. I'm not complaining at all. It was made with love, and the cute ice cubes look like a Mickey head. Thank you. How are your Linda McCartney sausages? Did you have a sausage butty and the sausage rolls? So you have a full tum right now. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh, we love you. Oh, and Swad demands I hydrate. Hydrate I shall. Hey Ivy, how you doing? Thanks, Boo. Oh my god. Vimto and lemonade? When do you plan for Big Damn Podcast? What do you mean, when do we plan for it? We do our, we chat about it in a couple days, in the days leading up to Wednesday, just to touch on whether or not there's any main topics we want to cover. And then we record on Wednesday. Matt does the editing. I do the graphics. And she's left already. Personalised shout-outs to Rebecca, to everyone in the chat for finishing such a good game. Personalised shout-out to everyone in the chat for finishing such a good game. Ivy, do you mind putting that away? Thank you very much. Anyway, yeah. Brucey, we should fill that chat with Brucey's. Good guy, good guy, good guy, good guy. It's funny guy. Voiceover and mocap talent. That's interesting. So it's not full credits. It's just like all the people who did a bit of mocap and did voiceover. That's very strange. You think you'd want to like single everyone out, wouldn't you? Oh well. Good guy, good guy, good guy. So what's next? Good question. Well, like I said, we have the Arkham episodes and we have the Arkham racetracks, which are based on 89 Batman, Nolan films, Batman 89 and Batman Returns. So we've got a load of extra fun things to do here. But what I'm thinking is maybe we'll make that either the next Sunday tradition on the channel, or this week we'll bash through the DLC on like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. We'll just bash through it all, and then we're done with Arkham Knight, and I can delete it off this console and free up some space. You're just hoping Timequake never comes out. I mean, wasn't it meant to be out like 4 years ago? But we're going to be a little looser in terms of stuff in the next couple weeks. I do want to do another story game. I want to pick something lighter and more fun, daft. Not sure what yet. Can we really not get through the credits? This is nuts. No one oh, there we go. Now we can. Congratulations. Thank you for playing Batman Arkham Knight from everyone at Rocksteady Studios. Hi, folks. Hey, everybody. Like the Riddler t-shirt at the top left. So, Last of Us 2. No, not happening. We'll play something much more fun and silly in terms of story-wise. But that's because we're starting a new playthrough from scratch, which will be like a complete playthrough plus an unknown thing I've never done before, because Avengers comes out 4th of September. If you want to get a sample of what that's going to be like, tomorrow at 1 o'clock here on the channel, we're going to play the beta. I got a hold of a code. So we're going to basically test play Avengers for 3 hours tomorrow with some of the things they're giving people. Beta testing it. Crash Bandicoot, Ratchet & Clank could be fun. I've platinumed it, but I'd play it again. Ooh, Ratchet & Clank. That one is a ton of fun. Very difficult, but a lot of fun. We are going to do some Fortnite, but that's not a story mode, so I ain't taking up that much time. Holy shoot. FIFA. I don't own it, so it's not happening. My god. What is with the FIFA obsession? So these are the Arkham episodes. We'll do these this week. We have Harley Quinn's Revenge. That's set before... No, Harley Quinn's Revenge. Harley Quinn's Story Pack. That's set before the events of the game. Red Hood Story Pack. Don't! I'm near an open drink. I nearly dropped my croissant. You bastard. Just for that, you're going to be an M. There we go. And I'll tidy up for you. Alright, well then I'm going to be an M, and you're paying. Because I'll buy myself some chocolate. For trauma. Love you. Red Hood Story, which is set just after the events of the game. A Matter of Family, which is set 3 or 4 months... No, about 6 months before Arkham Asylum. So that's that one's set in the past, and you get to play as Batgirl. Catwoman's Revenge, set after the events of Arkham Knight. Wonder what she's going to be getting up to. GCPD Lockdown, set after Arkham Knight, play as Nightwing to prevent Penguin breaking out of GCPD. And Flip of a Coin, set after the events of Arkham Knight, play as Robin as he attempts to take down Two-Face without Batman fighting by his side. So, in case you're wondering, in these DLCs, and we will do them this week, we play as Robin, Nightwing, Catwoman, Batgirl, Red Hood, and Harley Quinn. Marvel's Avengers has a story mode, but we won't know the full extent of everything until it comes out. So we'll see. Showcase. So what 3 things haven't we unlocked? Let's see. How random. So we can now use all the Batmobiles in free mode, free roam, because when you boost back up into the gate, you can't play as that, unfortunately, which is a shame. I'd love to play as that one in the world. The caption, right? They all have little captions, right? They all have little captions. This one's caption, the 60s Batmobile, the caption says, 60s style. The caption for the 89 Batmobile says, a wonderful toy. Where does he get those wonderful toys? The original Arkham Batmobile has low mileage, because obviously it wasn't used very much. The 2008 Tumbler says, it comes in black. And the 2016 Batman v Superman one, do you speed? You will. So stupid. But when you boot up the game now, it takes you back... if you finish each one a day, and the stream would only be half an hour. The story modes are only half an hour long. So that's what I was saying. We could do all 6 in one go, or we could do like 3 one day and 3 another. But yeah. if you boot up the story mode, now you go back into the story mode, it takes you to before you trigger the Nightfall Protocol. So you can just equip any of these Batmobiles, any costume, and go around Gotham beating up bad guys. So that one we haven't unlocked because that you unlock by completing New Game Plus, which I have on my other save file. Not sure about these two. Let's find out. Do them over 2 days. In 2020. No, do them soon. No worries, Daniel. Go get some nom-noms. We'll see you soon, sweetie pie. If you haven't already followed Daniel Stride Vlogs, give him a follow, guys. He does streams. He's a good egg. Oh. So, this is why earlier on, like on day one, I had to be careful what I showed you, because the Arkham Knight is an alternate costume for Red Hood. In his DLC pack. Thanks, Zafar Cakes. Harley Quinn's alternate costume for her thingy pack is this one. Which for some reason is like latex and or leather in this game. Which is just weird. But whatever. I love this alternate costume for Catwoman. I love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. Julie Newmar style-y. Looks so cool. But yeah. And this one because it just fits in with this world, the Bale Batman suit looks pretty sweet. Christmas Fun goes for Fandom. Nice. Where's the Affleck one? There it is. So in terms of statues we've unlocked quite a few now. We didn't have before. Batman Unmasked. Batman Unmasked. Batman Unmasked. Also without a cape. Batbutt. Batbutt. Bat. I could, but I want to do something a bit lighter. Ketchup. Batbutt. Batbutt. Bruce Wayne with a Batbutt. There he is. And it makes you realise how tiny the mask makes his head look. It's really weird. That's Gotham's ass. Brilliant. Demon. Deathstroke. AKA Slade Wilson. Also we unlock Jack Ryder. So now we also have Joker as he was, like this game's engine's version of younger, healthier Joker. God, that's spooky. Octobus coming out this fall. Oh no, the news about DC this week's horrific, especially because it hasn't like been completely spelled out publicly yet. It's just like the amount of layoffs, it's nuts, and all because Time Warner and AT&T need to save some money. Put on a goddamn coat. You're gonna freeze to death. Well, you did die in the story, so never mind. It is indeed Jackbox later. Whoop whoop. Flibbity gibbets. Built for the sole purpose of killing Batman. Is he pooping in there? Oh, he's taking a poop in there. A third of all day. Oh my god. Oh, that's horrific. Oh, Christ. Yeah, because I know DC Direct is just gone in it. DC Collectibles is just done. Hello, Batman. You cheeky little bugger. Sucks. Oh god, so even like the CW stuff will be affected too. Jesus, horrible for everybody. Like, and it's not going to be easy to fall back into other jobs while the economy's the way it is. Nuts. Oh god, I feel so bad for him. The fact that Warner let AT&T do it, it's just like, what the hell? Concept art. Concept art of the Batman. You're the Batman's concept art now, Jim. What? Ooh. So that's the vision we see at the end. And then these are the ones from the racetracks. Atomic batteries to power, turbines to speed. It's Ivy's last stand. Yeah. Gotta say, hang on. Oh, you can't zoom in. I was gonna say that'd make a cool wallpaper. Actually, that'd make a cool wallpaper if we could see the damned artwork. Flaming hell. That was Batman Arkham Knight. That was a tasty 2 and a bit hours. I think that's probably a good place for us to call it, folks. Check the schedule from Monday, because it'll be proper updated. I think what we're going to do is we'll do 2 sessions during this next week of the... It's been... hang on. Some point in the next week, we'll do 2 sessions of the Arkham episodes, and then we'll do like one big mega session just playing with the races and combat challenges. So we'll do that over the next week or so. In between that, I'm going to play some lighter, funner stuff. At some point in the next week, I'm going to try Fortnite for the first time. So you get to watch this absolute idiot not know what he's doing at a game that a bunch of 10-year-olds will probably thrash me at. So that'll be a laugh. If you're watching this in the future, looking back at the past, hi, you could have watched me play this live on Twitch. So go give us official CDJ a lovely little follow on Twitcheroo. Subscribers this month, if you've never subscribed before, and you subscribe on desktop before the 31st of August, you get 20% off. 20% off, meaning you get 20% less of your money being spent on accessing the coolest emotes on all of Twitch, let's face it, and also the Discord server, so please consider that. I should try Fall Guys, but let's hope the servers do me a kindness. And I will be back live on this channel today. From 10 PM, we're going to play some late night Jackbox games, so I do hope you can join me. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. If you're on the Discord, you're a subscriber and you're on the Discord, head there now. Let us know what you thought about the story. I'll chat with you this afternoon on and off. Let me know what you thought about the conclusion. And if you'd like some lovely background noise, my lovely friend Inel's on just chatting. And you know what the raid train sounds like. It's a goddamn delight. So please, head on over to Inel, take care of yourselves, enjoy your Saturday afternoon, and I will catch you